This is a Willets Point Shea Stadium bound 7 express train. The next and last stop is Willets Point, Shea Stadium.
We started the offseason thinking that a deal with Yamamoto probably could cost 150, 200, maybe a little bit over 200. Now we're looking at 300, and I wouldn't be shocked in total if you include the fee to bring him here, 400 million. I mean, I personally would not be shocked with the posting fee included as this possibility. I'm at the point where you offer him the highest bid and make him say no.
Right.
Is Yamamoto a player that you offer whatever, no matter what? Because I'm at that point where I'm offering no matter what. Or is there a price point where you say, you know what, that's enough because, he's never pitched in the major leagues before?
Well, look, I think there's risk whenever you're overpaying for a player. And let's be honest, as good as Yamamoto is, he's never pitched in the major leagues. So, anything north of 150 is certainly an overpay, right? But when you're talking about a guy who was better than Senga in Japan, you have to use that. You have to use those metrics. I don't know. I'm not an expert on looking at the differences between, where how the Japanese players perform and their stats and how they translate to Major League Baseball. But I will say that the talent evaluators thought Senga would be an above average pitcher, and they were right. And that with the exception of Billy Epler, all of those talent evaluators for the most part are still on board. So if they do offer that kind of money, obviously they think that Yamamoto is going to be, as you said, the ace right away. I don't write a lot about salaries. I don't get into that because to me, the only time I would get into it is when Wilpons on the team, because you knew that there was only a certain amount of money that they could either, trade away or take a little of this to take a little of that and make these salaries work. I don't think we have to do that, obviously, with Steve Cohen. But, with the luxury tax situation, the Cohen tax situation as it is, whatever deal Yamamoto is going to sign, it's going to be even, obviously like 80% more, counting against the luxury tax. But here's the difference. What the Mets are dealing with. I believe that there's only one big salary on the books for the Mets past the 2024 season. So they don't have this long-standing, contract like, Stanton that they have to deal with. That is basically, spent money. I mean, that money is spent, and and Stanton is nowhere near the player he was when they acquired him. And I think the Mets are in a much better position, salary-wise, that when Yamamoto, after he pitches in 2024, the Mets are going to be more than able to start reconstructing, the powerful lineup that they have. And that includes Pete Alonso and whether or not he stays on board. But I do believe that the Mets are in a really great situation so that if they do want to offer more money, I don't think it's going to go to 400. I think it would go to 400 after, you factor in, as you said, the posting fee. But, I don't think the Yankees are offering $350 million. I don't think the Dodgers are going to offer that. They could. It's possible. I do think the Mets are going to come in with the highest offer. But, I think that at this point where the Mets are, there shouldn't be a price point that they say no to.